I got one of the funniest scenes this episode entirely of the third one I'm on is we got the doctor basically after Koji is clapped up by a demon Megalo get wrecked, he's gonna transform for another get wrecked kid. GG and he's like, yeah, he has a poison in his arm now, and the only way we can get rid of it is through surgery, which might be impossible because it might spread through his body by the time we get there. So yeah, he's pretty much dead, guys. And then the zombie chick, which follow along with me, I'll explain the lore later what the zombie chick is. She says this line, and then proceeds to try to suck him back to life.
Damn!
Sure, you know, totally. If the doctors can't save you, try to patient out of their own health condition, ailment, you know, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, many degenerative diseases, schizophrenia, manic depression. You know, you ever tried this, doctors, PhD guys? Demon Warrior Kouji, given a surprising 6.3 on IMDb, which, you know, is known for giving tough rankings, such as giving Top Gun Maverick a 8.6 or Doctor Strange a 7.3 or Breaking Bad a 9. What point am I trying to make? I have no idea. Regardless, I didn't think IMDb would actually be giving any credence towards a 1999 hentai that was ghostwritten by Tosha Medea, but I guess that's why. Who is Demon Warrior Kouji, you ask? That's a great question. Long story short, he is an actor who plays a superhero that investigates crime while being a demon who investigates crime. Yeah, the ego is just unchecked. What's up, guys? Evan 47 and welcome to Watch Plus Armor Clan Anyway. This show is I'm mixed on this show. I have to say this much. It's compelling. It really is, and I would suggest people to watch it. As I suggest people watch everything I review because, like, I watch it, I want you to suffer as well. But the ending wasn't as fulfilling as I thought it was going to be. It left like a lot of open ends, you know, like what's the point of June's story? Where do these two fuck buddies go? What was the whole point of having her trying to unleash his demon side? Were there even any bad sides other than? It's so many questions, right? But the questions that get answered, I was okay with for the most part. We're following our boy here, Kouji. We come across a couple bodies, a couple crimes stacking up, and these bodies are just gruesomely being just devastated. We got a guy getting ethered through the mouth by a pillar. Literally this time, not a whole like figurative metaphor where he's actually getting, you know, orgy. It's like a literal, like there's a pillar out of his mouth, like shit right here. And we're like, the demon must have done this, because no way a guy could have done this, right? With this supernatural power. Kind of find out there was a demon, and we kind of find out that later on, after June here, who is a zombie, comes to the realization of Koji's core power, that he's being chased. Now, Kouji being chased and how he got his power are somewhat related, because the way Kouji got his power was he was in some crack house, cracked in with his girlfriend at the time. I forgot her fucking name, let's be honest there. And they were taking pills, this doctor dude came up, and surprisingly enough, he's supposed to be the bad side of this entire story, but he's also a higher up police investigator. So are you suggesting that Kouji is working for the guy that set him up to kill his own girlfriend by taking mysterious drugs in a crack den, which then made him transform into a demon, which then made him kill his girlfriend in a crack den while he witnessed it? Because if that's what you're suggesting, and he hasn't noticed that at all until now, why? It's been years at this point. It's whatever. So that's how he got his powers. I assume that's how he got on the force as well, because the guy who was again is in charge of this entire police operation was like, hey buddy, come join our force. And Kouji had no suspicion whatsoever. He's like, sure, why not? I just got these powers that make me demonic and turn into another ethereal being with fucking alopecia except on the back of my neck. But hey, you know, I'm fine, let's go. Let's go 100%. And now he's a detective, so that's confusing. They never answered that question entirely, but I'll get over that entirely. Basically, we follow him, and we kind of find out that he's activated by blood. So whenever there is any sort of blood by any means whatsoever, then he gets activated by that. And he also gets like a quelled down through sexual intercourse, just like werewolves get quelled down by moonlight exposure. I don't know what the comparison was there. I have no idea, I'm sorry. But throughout his sexual intercourse with June, his partner in crime, we find out that June is a zombie, i.e. a cursed spirit who got robbed and then violated and then thrown out the window, but didn't die at a proper time, so therefore her soul was trapped to this earth in this medium of body. I'm explaining all this lore because we have to get to why any of the plot happened. And also, I would say that's another problem with the show, is that they push off all of the things, such as the context, to explain what you're looking at to the third episode. And then even the third episode, they don't even explain it fully, so you have to fully flesh out everything else. So by the time June gets to this like weird medium, like purgatory like phase, she can phase through things. She gets another body, another chance, but she's like this corpse, no soul, no nothing. And her main theme is, I have never came in my life. She says this constantly, which is like supposed to be her punchline for some reason, which, you know, like, I get it, women, you know, men don't satisfy you, but like, just find somebody else who can. Like, stop bragging that you don't nut. Like, I don't brag that I can all the time. Like, it's kind of weird. Random rant there. Regardless, after copulating with Kouji one time, she sees his entire life story, understands that, and she's trying to portray it to us in the second and third episodes and fragment to pieces. So all that kind of cut away. The main plot of the show, we have this boy Yuta here. Yuta and his grandfather are tied to these two fuckbuddies I mentioned way earlier on in the story. And the reason they're tied to them is because these fuckbuddies over here are trying to observe Kouji and trying to get him corrupted. That's their whole purpose of doing so, which coincidentally is also what the police officer's point is as well. They want him to be corrupted as well, but they don't want him to be so corrupt that he will end up going to the fuck buddy side. But if they have the same goal, just different ends, but they're going through the same street, just go to a different way, then wouldn't that mean you would want them to be on the fuck buddy side? Because why would you want to corrupt? This is so... Anyway, so sorry, it's just so much, it's just too much. So Kouji gets activated in his demonic state again, he starts fighting, and the demon he's fighting is this boy here named Yuta. Now, why is this boy, this little 4-year-old, 5-year-old boy, a fucking demonic monster, like his third frame here? Well, apparently, the major plot twist of the show is that his mom, who's a single mother, who I assume her husband died, they didn't mention that either. They are insinuating that he died due to the son, but they don't fully flesh it out. So she's a single mother, and she is just the epitome of an nymphomaniac. Right? There's this instance where she gets fondled on a train, and then the next 3 weeks is just her trying to gangbang every single bar-dwelling sycophant in the entire galaxy while leaving her son just to rot and die. And the thing is, Yuta was supposed to be holding this animosity towards all the people who have fucked his mother because he wants to protect her. So the overarching theme is incest, and he's watched his mom fuck like 50, 60, 70 different dudes just because. It activates the dormant demonic potential he has within him, and then the fuck buddies can use him as a medium to make him even more powerful. Hence why this first, second, and third fight of Kouji exists. And that was the whole plot twist of the show. Like, I really wish the plot twist of this show, with like how engaging and intensive it was, you know, with the whole learning about the power scaling of the demonic system, the scene where June tries to fuck him back to life after being poisoned and being amputated, the whole crack den killing his girlfriend, like everything going on, the building blocks of this could have been a really good ending, but the ending just being, oh hey, I watched my mom get fucked a lot and I killed all the guys she fucked because I want to protect her because they're being mean to her after she fucked them. And the worst part is the fuck buddies who made Yuta, the little boy, into this demonic, full fleshed out monster who just slept the fuck out of Kouji non-stop. They just disappear, like nothing ever happened. Like poof, we don't learn any about their lore, nothing. We did just goodbye, which is weird because I was thinking maybe we'd be able to learn a little bit more about them, since they're the whole fucking reason why this murder spree of like 20, 30, 40, 50 people have just been sprayed out like this. And the only thing we're given is that those fuck buddies, well, I'm not giving them names, I don't even fucking, like, look at these disgusting vile creatures. Do you think they deserve names? Jesus Christ. Have been following Yuta's grandfather, and Yuta's grandfather has been following Yuta. So they're not giving anything. That was Demon Warrior Kouji. A lot less demon warrioring going on, and a lot more I don't even know how to explain what the show is. Like, usually you're able to explain shows within like a paragraph or two. I can't. I can't explain what the fuck this show. I can't. What is this show? This is so confusing. All right, guys, I'm an outro, but if I do, it matter because my video. Good night. Oh man. I would try to understand why the police chief turned Kouji into a demon and then was investigating the crimes. I do want to look more into that, but it just seems so pointless. Like, why do that? If they're not fully gonna flesh it out and explain it to me, like, for me, because I'm like 3rd grade intelligence level, and I feel like doing research to do the due diligence isn't just worth it. Yeah, all right, see you.